Most traders don't fail because of their strategy. They fail because of their habits. And if you're still not profitable right now, I can almost guarantee that one of these are you. And the problem is that most traders don't ever come to fixing these issues. And that's why they stay stuck for years and end up giving up. And number three is the reason why most traders stay stuck in that cycle of blowing account after account. So watch this video carefully. So my name is Brandon. I've been trading for over 4 years now, and I trade out here in Dubai full time. And I have gone through each one of these stages myself. So when I speak to you, you know that it's coming from my personal experience and that it is possible to fix these issues. So let's start with the first one. Most of you don't even have a strategy. If I told you right now to explain your entry rules, your exit rules, where you're going to put your take profit, stop loss, and the confluences that you use, you wouldn't be able to tell me. Not straight away anyway. And even worse, you change this every week. 1 week, you're just using indicators. The next week, you're using price action. The week after, you're using some random strategy that you saw on TikTok. And that's not strategy, that's guessing. Profitable traders repeat the same system again and again and again. I get it, it seems boring, but it's better than guessing, right? And I can imagine that most of you guys, you're guessing. There's no strategy in place here. And I remember when I first started trading, I took a loss on a certain strategy. And as soon as I took that loss, that's it. I went to YouTube and I wanted to try and find the next best thing. So I always thought that the issue here was the strategy, but I never gave it enough time to breathe, to work, to play out properly. And that's what most of you guys are doing right now. You're not trading a system, you're just trading certainty. And certainty almost never plays out. So the difference between you and a profitable trader is that they stick to one system and they rinse and repeat it every single day. And that's consistency. And consistency is most likely one thing that you don't have right now. And the second habit is that you can't follow your rules. And the worst part about this is you know that you're doing it, but you can't fix it. So for example, you enter a trade. You set the take profit, you set the stop loss. But as soon as you kind of go into that trade, it starts going against you. It gets closer and closer to your stop loss. And instead of accepting that loss, you end up moving the stop loss. And now you're risking way more than planned. Or on the other side, you're in profit. And instead of letting the trade play out, you close it early. You want to secure those gains. But then you see the price went exactly where you planned it to go. So now you're frustrated. So this isn't a strategy issue at all. You know your system and you know where to put everything. This is a discipline issue. And until you fix this, you will stay inconsistent. Because here's the truth that almost no one tells you. Every time you break a rule, you reinforce that it's okay to break your rules. So the next time you do it, breaking your rules becomes easier. So once you do that a few times, you're literally training your brain and training yourself to be an inconsistent trader. That it's okay to break your rules when it's not. So the only thing failing here right now is you. You are making yourself fail. And this next habit, this is what keeps traders stuck for years. And that's that you take one loss and everything changes. So now you hesitate on the next trade, you reduce your risk, or you do the opposite and you try and make it back immediately. And I used to do this all the time. 1 or 2 losing trades, and suddenly I'd be taking setups that I usually wouldn't take. I'd be upping my risk, I'd be upping my position size, and trying to get it back as quickly as possible. But we all know that that's where the most damage happens. And the reason this affects you so much is because you expect to win. So you're not thinking in probabilities, you're just thinking of the outcome. You literally make your mind believe that this revenge trade, this will win, this will get me back to my profit. But the majority of the times it doesn't, and it blows your accounts, and you know that. So what I do now is I accept the loss before I take the trade. So if I'm risking $1,000 on that trade, I am happy before I enter that trade to lose $1,000. And if you're not mentally prepared to lose where your stop loss is, you need to reduce your position size, or you need to reduce where you're putting your stop loss. So the reason why you're reacting to these losses as well is because your confidence isn't real. You don't have confidence in your strategy to play out. Because if your strategy has a 60% win rate, you need to prepare yourself that you're going to lose 4 out of every 10 trades you take. And that's why you need to mentally set yourself up to take those losses. You're not going to win every single time. And now your confidence is purely based on if you are right or not, where instead your confidence needs to be placed in the strategy and that you have confidence in yourself to take that strategy only. And until you fix this, you're going to keep repeating the same cycle again and again and again. And number 4, and this takes a bit of work, you've never actually proven that your strategy works for yourself. So you're risking real money on something you've never proven. And what do I mean by this? You have no backtesting data. You have no journal trades. You haven't taken the time on a demo account for a few months to test out your strategy and make sure it works. And that means you have no understanding on your win rate or your risk to reward. And this is because you watch a 15-minute YouTube video on a new strategy and you start risking real money when you really shouldn't be doing this. If you found what you think is to be a good strategy, you need to backtest it, you need to trade it on demo for at least 4 weeks. So you can see the strategy play out time and time again. Because profitable traders, myself included, I've seen my strategy play out hundreds of times. So we have built confidence through repetition, but you're trying to build confidence through hope. And that never works, because hope, it doesn't make you survive a losing streak. Because I know if I've got a 65% win rate, I know roughly if I'm on a losing streak, it's going to be around 4 trades that I could potentially lose in a row. And I'm risking enough to make sure that I'm nowhere near my max down draw or blowing the account through those 4, 5, 6 losses. But you guys, you're just trading on hope. You're just hoping the next trade will work. You're full porting, you're over risking, you're over leveraging on a strategy that you have no confidence in or no data in. And this is why after a few losses, you start to doubt everything, because deep down, you don't even know if the strategy that you're using actually works. And the last one, this quietly destroys so many traders. And that's because you're obsessed with money. And I get it, we all come into day trading to try and make more money. Of course, we're going to have that mindset of making money. However, that mindset, it causes you to constantly be watching your P&L. And every small move that the charts make affects you emotionally. So you see a bit of profit and you close early. You start going into a loss, you can't accept to take it, so you just hold, hope, and potentially even add to losing positions. So now everything you're doing is based on whether you're up or down, not based on your trading plan. So instead of focusing on the money, you need to be focusing on execution. Because if you teach yourself properly how to execute, how to control your emotions, and how your strategy works, the money will follow. And to make it even easier, turn off how much you're making. Put it as percentages. Don't look at the P&L until the end of the week, the end of the day. Just make the trade play out itself. And something even better is take the trade on TradingView. So place the trade obviously on MetaTrader and then switch straight to TradingView. Then you can put where you entered, where your stop loss is, where your take profit is. And there isn't a monetary value figure on your TradingView chart. So now you can sit through it and just watch the trade happen instead of staring at a P&L. So if you're being honest with yourself, I can guarantee at least one of these is you. And that's absolutely fine. But what's not fine is knowing that one of these are you and not doing anything to improve or fix it. Because until you fix these habits, you'll stay inconsistent, you'll stay unprofitable, no matter what strategy you use. Because profitable trading isn't about finding something new every week. Profitable trading is about becoming someone different. To be a profitable trader, you need to rewire your mindset. So if you're serious about fixing these habits, click the link in my description and I have a completely free Telegram group for you guys to join. It's all about psychology, mindset, and risk management. And also on that link, there's access to my website. And on that website, there's a completely free to download PDF with my 4 years of trading experience in one document for you guys to read. There's also a few extra bits on there as well, and the chance to book a coaching call with myself if you want to do that. So if you enjoyed this video, please feel free to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel, and I'll see you soon in the next video.